guys, so I just really wanted to quickly go over how to set up some air tools. It's pretty easy. All you'll need is your air tool, your these are 1/4 inch NPT MPT fittings. They've previously had some thread tape on them, as you can see, but we're going to go over it. So you'll need your fittings. There's two different types. There's your outs or your inside threads for inside of your air tool. And there's outside fittings as well. You can find both of these at your local Walmart, Ace Hardware, something of the sort. Super easy. I've got a 5/8 wrench and a 9/16 wrench. 5/8 for the larger one. That one fits very well. But this one is a little loose, but we're not throwing a shitload of torque on it, so it should be fine. So it's pretty easy. And then you'll need Teflon tape. That's a very important piece. This is just some thin stuff to 50-foot roll. Thin stuff means that you can wrap it a couple of times and you can kind of choose how thick it's going to be. As opposed to the thick stuff where you're kind of stuck with it, in my opinion. So let's get started. It's pretty easy. You want to wrap with threads. So if you're spinning the object to the right, you want that thread tape to not push up and against, right? If I'm spinning it to the right, now I'm bending it over, right? See that? I'm pushing it away, right? Whereas if I'm spinning it to the right and I've got it the other way around, I'm letting it wrap with. So we're gonna let it wrap with. It's pretty easy to get it started. Just put some pressure on it on the threads. And you're just gonna wrap it up. You can do this anyway, whatever is easiest for you, just so long as you're getting some pretty tight wraps on there. I usually go 3 or 4, just thick enough to give it some grip and prevent air from leaking. It's pretty simple. Usually at the bottom of your air tool is going to be where you're going to put it. It's not on every air tool, but most, if not all, the ones you're going to use, and all of the ones that I've used. Take your 9/16 wrench, and we'll just go to town. Boom. So now, it's above hand tight. It's not coming loose anytime soon. And once air is hooked up, then we should get it to work. And once you oil everything up, obviously. The same idea goes for these. Obviously, there's still a little bit of thread tape on this, but the contact area is kind of bare. So we'll do it again. Pretty simple. Wrap with the threads. Sometimes it can be a little bit awkward getting it started. But once you're there, you're there. And I'm not putting too much pressure, just enough to kind of keep the tape straight. That's about 3 or 4 wraps. If you get a little bit on the inside, it's not the end of the world. You can kind of take your finger and jam it in there and kind of push it out of the way. If you're really, really anal about it, then that's fine. But I'm not. Again, it's the same idea, but kind of vice versa or flip-flopped. So we'll just spin that on there. Get it hand tight. And hand tight is actually pretty freaking tight, man. Just take our 5/8 wrench. That's just enough. Not hand tight anymore. Should hold air. So pretty quick, pretty easy. I'll show you really quickly. Here I've got a 1/4 inch NPT MPT air chuck, right? And we'll just set it right on top, pull it back, put a little bit of pressure, and let it go. And boom. Going nowhere. You can go ahead and use your air tool. If you got some more recent ones, they tend not to leak. Mine leak. Same idea with this. Right? Set it on top, pull down. When there's air in it, there will be a little bit more resistance, but that's okay. And then you can just let it go. And now she's stuck in there, and you're ready to rock. So thank you guys very much. Very quick, very easy, like I showed you. These are nice and set up. It took probably 2 minutes, 3 minutes, maybe for each of them. Like I said, remember to use Teflon tape. If you don't have Teflon tape, you're often going to get leaks unless you really torque them down, and then you risk stripping the threads. And always keep your Teflon tape jammed right in that little case. Just keeps you nice and clean. That way you can just throw it in your box and you're set to go. So thank you very much, you guys. I appreciate it, and have a good rest of your day.